Hey everyone, Sean Malone here. I just want to give everybody an update on on the day. Obviously, we had a really serious accident today, and just first of all, just want to say thank you to everybody who uh, who prayed. We had a lot of people praying. We could feel your prayers. Wow, what a day! I want to update you on Kate's current status. But I just want to kind of just fill everybody in on the blanks on exactly what happened. And so, um, we started off the day in just in intensity and worship and prayer today. And we were feeling some warfare. Some of our families were getting attacked. And we had an incredible time of worship and prayer, and just the Lord spoke to us really clearly. We were to bring Mobile Hope from the church location here out onto the island. That was a critical piece for the day, and so we did that. And when Kate was out there, she unlatched the trailer door. It hadn't gotten secured with the safety cable on it because it operates on a winch. It's a pretty heavy door. It's about 1,000 pounds, is my guess. And when she unlatched the outside of the trailer, the door collapsed on her, and she suffered a laceration on her head. She got stitches for that, and but we've learned that she has several fractures along her lower spine down to her tailbone. So the bottom part of her spine, she's got small fractures, but she also fractured her hip, and she's going to need surgery for that tomorrow. And so that's her present situation. Greg, her husband, was not allowed in the hospital. So he came back to base camp. His two girls were there. And I'll just say this, Kate is absolutely amazing. Greg went down to because what happened was when we called 911, they said they couldn't help us. The infrastructure is just knocked down. It's like the Wild West over on Pine Island. So somebody knew that there was a fire station. They ran down to the fire station. They came down right away, threw her in an ambo, and then took her to a site where a helicopter landed. And when Greg went down to the fire station later today to thank them, they remarked at how much peace she had. She was just so calm, so full of peace. She said she could just feel the presence of the Lord, feeling your guys' prayers, and she was witnessing, sharing the gospel with everybody. And from the hospital, she was texting us, telling us no matter what, make sure Mobile Hope, the worship stage, gets up and running. And so we just all got to work, and that's what we did. We got the worship and prayer trailer, Mobile Hope, up and going, and we had some live music throughout the day. We had a professional sound guy come in who set up all sound, and in the midst of all of this, and we just kept going, and that's what Kate wanted, and the whole team was everybody just doubled down and just said, we're not going to get knocked down. This is what God told us to do. Kate's injured. We're praying. There's nothing we can do. We couldn't go to the hospital, and so we just did the mission today. And we had roughly 600 people come, and we just went back to our primary mandate and made sure that with every plate of food we served, because people had to park their cars and people didn't do drive-throughs, and the gospel was shared, and we just made sure that everybody heard the good news of Jesus or got ministered to or prayed for. We had about a half dozen salvations today, a couple of baptisms. And a matter of fact, at the end of the day, Greg baptized the last person, and everybody was there. Local people were there, just watching, observing. People were crying. It was really powerful, and it was Greg taking back ground from the enemy, and that's really what this was. Guys, we're in a spiritual battle, and it's real. And we could feel the intensity last night leaving the island through the night. A couple of our families were harassed all night, intense spiritual warfare. And we just went after it this morning. The Lord spoke to us, did a lot, and we saw the impact today in terms of people's lives being touched. And in the midst of this, it's just very, very real. So we need to continue to pray for Kate. We really believe that I'm believing for no surgery necessary, and believing that they come back with a new scan and they can't find any fractures, and she doesn't need that. How awesome that would be. We've seen God's hand in incredible ways throughout the day today, not only in the ministry, but just the presence of God on the camp, no matter what was happening. And matter of fact, because Greg was, gone for several hours, like I said, he couldn't go in the hospital. I was in the kitchen assisting the team. We kept running low on food, and we thought we had enough. And as we were serving it, and I actually, before the meal service started, I was counting all of the pans of pre-prepared food that we had. And I'm telling you, we only had 3 pans of rice, and we ran out, and 2 more pans of rice appeared. I don't know where it came from, but we just saw God's hand absolutely throughout the day, and I believe we're going to continue to see that, and we're really believing for Kate's complete healing and restoration. And the thing you need to understand about Kate is and Greg is that they have such a passion for mobile hope and seeing revival come and ignited through prayer and worship, and through doing deployments like this and going out when there's not deployment and seeing revival break out. That's their passion. That's their heart. And they're really just leaning into that in this season. And this was really a deployment for them to lean into. And their daughter said it this way today: the devil's not happy with what mommy and daddy are doing, and he's just having a fit. And so that's the way we're all interpreting it and seeing it. We understand that it's a very serious thing, but we're praying and believing. We're asking everybody to continue to pray and believe with us for a complete turnaround, for God to just do what only He can do. We're so grateful for all of your prayers. We're going back out to Pine Island tomorrow. We're going to be tracking along with, updates from Kate. She's, we've been in communication with her. She's in good spirits. She's ministering to the people around her in the hospital. It's just who Kate is. And what an inspiration too, as well. We have about 25 responders here, on the island. We're feeding more people than what we expected to, but everybody's getting ministry. And guys, we know that we're in the right place. We have the right people. More responders are showing up. We have to move out of the location that we're in right now. We've been here with Christian Life Fellowship, amazing church, amazing partners. And but we're in their classrooms. We're taking up 2 of their buildings with all the responders we have, and we have to move tomorrow. And right now we don't know where we're going, but we're praying and believing for another space to open up for us, and just trusting God for all the resources. We're burning through about $1,000 a day in groceries, and so that's kind of our operating costs right now. But guys, I'm telling you, the need is great over here. All of the high voltage lines coming over to the island were knocked down and destroyed. We're out in the community doing muck outs. And, Greg and his girls are right there alongside of us. They're still plowing ahead. And we're believing that God's going to move. We really are. So I'm just asking that you join your faith with ours, with the team here on the ground, and the perspective of what God's saying and showing us here. Thanks for all your encouragement and support. We're going to keep going, keep doing what we do, really meeting the needs. Many times throughout today, people would just come up and just explode into tears, and our team would just hug and pray and minister to them. And we're going to continue to do that tomorrow. So we could use some worship leaders out here. If you are a worship leader, you want to come down, we have everything we need to keep doing prayer and worship here. We know that's a critical piece of what the Lord wants to do. This morning, he just said, Judah first, roll the Mobile Hope trailer. And so we could use some help with that, some reinforcements. And word is getting out about the presence and power of God on the base camp and the amazing food, and people are coming back, and word's getting out, and our numbers are growing. They're not going down, they're growing. And so we're going to keep the mandate of praying and ministering to everybody who sets foot on that property, and we're going to take back ground from the enemy, and we're going to kick him in the teeth for what he did to Kate today. It was very clearly a demonic attack, but he's not going to win. And so anyway, God bless you guys. Thank you so much. Sorry for the long video, but just wanted to fill everybody in and say thank you so much, so much for all your prayers. Thank you for all the texts and your messages. And I know you guys are praying. So anyway, we love you guys. Thanks again. Have a great night. We'll update you tomorrow. God bless.